have got a match to deal with right now, and Seven Pirates face them as another team who lost a game on the opening day of the final battle. So they have to win this one, and nothing less than that big gun stands in their way. Let's have a little bit of a chat now with Near You from Tornado.
Мотивация для того, чтобы хорошо и успешно выступать, она, в принципе, берется не откуда-то, а посредством того, что ты уже и так много не то чтобы выигрывал, а сколько проигрывал. Наша команда уже существует 3 года, мы воевали под разными знаменами, под разными партнерами, спонсорами, мультигеймингами, и поэтому те досадные поражения с обидными счетами на овертаймах, на тайбрейках, они, в принципе, не позволяют сейчас давать слабину и упускать те самые моменты, когда тебе конкретно нужно побеждать. Тем самым у нас больше приоритет идет не на победу, а на то, насколько мы не хотим именно проиграть. А наш новый игрок, сервер, он как бы справляется с какими-то стрессовыми ситуациями и конкретно со своей проблемами каких-то поражений в определенных раундах тем, что он начинает, допустим, тильтовать, гореть, и мы ему помогаем, типа говорим, что ничего страшного, следующий раунд, главное соберись и так далее и тому подобное. То есть поддерживать игрока, наставлять его каким-то образом, и это помогает. Одна из самых перспективных команд, по моему мнению, является команда Unique. Это своеобразные темные лошадки, звезды, возможно, будущего, по крайней мере, танкового киберспорта, ввиду того, что команда из юных игроков, таких маленьких школьников, собралась и начинает очень хорошо играть. А поскольку они очень много тренируются с нами, а мы достаточно опытная матерая команда, опять же, не умиляя тех самых заслуг юников самих, поскольку они парни молодые, горячие, проводят в тренировках очень много времени, и им это просто доставляет кайф, так они еще и тренируются с командой, которая тоже немало мотивирована и хочет побеждать. Тем самым это дает им очень много буста, и я считаю, что эта команда очень клево выстрелит на этом гранд-финале. Фанаты, как бы вы ни фанатели, обязательно поддерживайте нас, даже если у нас не получается. Если что-то идет не так, верьте, даже со счета 0-3 мы можем потащить, со счета 0-5, конечно, сложнее, но тоже можем. И верьте в победу команды. Do damage.
There's Near You representing Tornado, asking their fans to believe in them even when it's not going well. And not going well is not something we often associate with Tornado Energy. And for this first game that they've got here, this is an easy breeze for them to wander into the final battle of 2017.
Yeah, I see everything going well for them in this upcoming matchup. I mean, you've talked about it already. They're the champions, two-time world champions. They've so much experience that they're very young, and also what Neo talked about, like you have to be motivated. That is the key, you know. Even if you lost some rounds, just reset your mind and try again. And yeah, that's really a key. And I also have to mention they have a very experienced manager. It's Yuri. He's also played in the WGL before, so he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing, and they have a really good teacher there in that sense.
We'll go to the stage and see them very, very shortly. They mentioned Server there. I liked near you saying that when he burns, they help him calm down and sort of things. I guess it's hard joining a team with, you know, such incredible history and playing with people who, you know, when you're the newest member of that team.
Yeah, Server came up kind of out of nowhere just as a superstar, and I even played with him in one of my teams for a short period, and it was really fantastic then. And he went going straight to a top team. You know he has to be good, and he's one of the absolute best damage dealers in the world at the moment. He's pulling out top damages in the top team, which is an achievement in itself.
To our stage then, live from the Expo Center in Moscow. Ladies and gentlemen, meet your world champions if you haven't seen them already. Let's go through this incredible team of players, starting with Applewell.
Applewell probably doesn't want to have mentioned what really makes him special. Throwing that round on the last Grand Finals 2016, getting stuck there on the rock.
On the rocks. He may not want it mentioned, but he'll never forget. Near you, we've obviously tied him out with his interviews and his little cameo at the start of the show. He's having a nice yawn there, and he's not even realised we're looking at him. Near you, we're over here. And we're missing a player.
An empty chair. Someone's
turning up with just 6 then. Right, I think that should be Neskvi, should be sat there. Here's Diodor.
Yeah, Diodor, one of their main shot callers. Yeah, very experienced guy, has played a lot before. And yeah, also looking very motivated, very focused. Oh, Griffon. Good boy.
Looking surprised at the camera.
Have they not slept well? Come on, the bets are good.
The bets are good. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, okay, with 5 players in. I was optimistic that 6 of them would turn up. Nuclear's gone. Nuclear. Oh no, here he is. Oh. It was Server missing his spot.
Well, actually, that's Server.
No, hang on.
Youngest guy of the lineup.
Maybe not in the chair.
Yeah, Nuclear's also wherever Neskvi is, and Server is here looking nonchalant.
Very focused.
They look casual today, but like they're not a team who would we're going to go back and find the other ones. They're not a team who would disrespect their opponents. They're not a team who would think, well, you know, this is a walk in the park. Even if perhaps for some of these games it is going to be a little bit simpler. Nuclear, go and sit down. Go on, Nuclear. Go on, move.
Stretching his legs before the hour or so.
We have to chase you around, Nuclear, until you're in position.
Come on, Nuke. Get in your heavy tank. He usually plays the mouse or the super heavy tank, Super Kong, IS-7. That's what he excels at. He's known as one of the best heavy tank players in the game. So come on, sit down.
Maybe he's going to sit in Neskvi's seat and play for both of them. Yeah, he's going to double up as Neskvi, and then when Nuclear's tank needs to move, he will just run over there and move his tank. Some of those on your screen, well, all of those on your screen, make up some of Tornado Energy.
This year, Tornado Energy collected the Tanker hat-trick, winning Champions Rumble, 2nd season of WGL, and the Grand Finals. The team began preparing for the new season just 2 weeks before the first match, but such a late start did not seem to affect their form. Tornado Energy destroyed NSS and Unique 5-1 and 5-2 respectively. Not surprisingly, they took a 6-point lead at the top of the league. However, everything changed after Absolute Supremacy. While the rest of the champions allowed themselves to take a break, the rest of the teams continued to work hard. After the break, Tornado Energy faced a hungry and highly motivated NSS in a memorable match which ended with an unexpected and painful loss of 1-5. Even with that clumsy mistake, Tornado retained first place. Tornado Energy once again proved their power during the Kiev LAN, beating Rush in the finals 7-4, cementing their status as the strongest team in the region. Will Tornado Energy be able to continue its triumphant step and defend the title of World Champions once again?
World champions from our Grand Finals back in May. Tornado Energy, a team who can be beaten. We saw there, they beat Rush 7-4 back in the extended season championship that we had a few weeks ago. 7-4 was what they beat Rush, but they lost 2-5 and 2-5 again to Rush during the season. So it had been a little bit of a mixed season. They haven't come in with that on-paper stat that other teams have got, undefeated against all of our games here. But for Tornado, doesn't really matter. When it is big stage time, when it is in front of a large audience, as it will be at WG Fest on the 23rd of December when we do the grand final of all of this, Tornado are expecting to be there. Most people are expecting to see them there.
Yeah, Tornado on the online season, it's not that they don't try, but they never seem to give it quite 110%. But then once they come to a LAN, all the gloves are off. You know, they came out there at the last grand final, completely demolishing everything that was put up against them, and really a team to be absolutely feared at this tournament.
Really interesting whether we get them against Ding again at WG Fest on 23rd, or whoever it ends up being, but we do expect Tornado to be on one half of that stage. 7 Pirates, though, are sat opposite them and awaiting this game. And 7 Pirates, again, as I mentioned earlier on, this is another match with a team in a must-win situation. 7 Pirates, they lost it yesterday to Kazna Crew, 5-1. It was our first 5-1 of the day. Kazna put them down. 7 Pirates have to win here. And overnight, they must have been thinking, well, we always thought that one was going to be a tricky one. Kazna was the team of our 2 opponents in the group who maybe we had a better chance of beating. What can they do against Tornado?
Well, I guess they better motivated each other at night at the hotel, because going into this match, like against the world champions with a bad mindset, that's not gonna help. But yeah, we saw them yesterday against Kazan, not really that strong. Very fast moves, but yeah, not well considered moves, just 2 quick rotations, blind rotations. And Tornado is a team that will use every single mistake for them, and I think they will destroy 7 Pirates.
You can't be too cautious, though. I mean, if you play so cautiously that you think we can't make any mistake or they will take advantage of it, Tornado will just wait you out, surely.
Yeah, I mean, Tornado, they know what's going on, and if they have to wait, they will just wait.
Let's see if we've got 7 of 7 Pirates.
So it's at least one of them already.
Spring is here. He has an 86% accuracy rate.
One of the oldest players in the lineup. I think one of the oldest players in the league, if you maybe count in Haiba from Kazna as well, who they played yesterday. Barbecue again with the nice nicknames in this team.
Yeah, we haven't rearranged them. It's the same order as yesterday. That sentence that you wanted to form isn't going to quite come out.
Doing all the tactics. Hopefully he's been up all night preparing some new stuff for Tornado. I think they're really going to need it.
They knew they would be facing these groups. These groups were announced a little while ago. They knew they had a challenge, but they needed to come into this game having got the win yesterday. Rabbit's here.
Not looking too confident, right? Or at least he's trying to pretend.
He's looking chill, you know. I mean, you have to be chill going into a game like this. You can't go in with too many nerves, because if you play, very shakily, then Tornado's going to dismantle you. You need to go in with an iron mind of just, we need to do this, because losing yesterday against Kazna, that was their main chance, and they're going to have to bring everything forward. Flag there is actually a substitute just for this tournament. One of their other players couldn't attend, so hopefully he can also step up for his team. This is a crucial moment for him.
He's their damage dealer. That's Insect. We talked a bit about confidence of different teams over the 5 games we've had already, this final battle. Here's a team that really do have nothing to lose. They're facing the world champions. Nobody's expecting them to win this thing. And they have to. They'll know what a massive mountain it is that they're going to have to try and drive up and boost their way to the top of to try and win this game.
And sometimes that's an advantage.
Yeah,
having nothing
it can
to lose.
work.
You can just play and
just
play with a bit of confidence. Yeah, and you can go in and you can just play your game, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you gave it your best. It's
possible that Tornado are taking a game like this in their stride and haven't put the prep in that they would have done against a team like Ding, for example. Not taking anything away from how Tornado turn up at these sort of events, but perhaps this isn't the team you would put the majority of your time into, and similarly with Saving Tactics. Looks like on that side of the stage there are 7 players. They are 7 Pirates.
Meet 7 Pirates, a young and ferocious team from the APAC region. Despite a very strong start to the season with 3 victories in a row, the Pirates totally failed in their main test for being a top-tier team. They gathered a grand total of 0 points against the top 2 teams, Yato Gaming and EL Gaming. Throughout the season, Seven Pirates' performance was extremely unstable. The same team that got 4 wins in a row then lost points in games that statistically should have been simple. Despite all of this, Seven Pirates took 3rd place this championship, and now they are heading to the final battle, replacing EO Gaming, who couldn't make it. Will Seven Pirates grab a bird of luck or flounder at sea at the final battle?
Seven Pirates from Moscow for day 2 of the final battle of 2017. Tornado Energy probably going to make quite a short game of this one. We've already had a 5-0 in our first game of the day, and we closed out yesterday with your guys doing a brilliant 5-0 over Elevate. They're coming up again later on today. Should we do predictions now? No, let's not do predictions now. Let's have a look at the maps first and entertain the prospect that the maps that they're going to play on may have an outcome onto what the final score will be. It's Himmelsdorf and Sand River that have been banned out. Seven Pirates decided that of the 3 maps we know Tornado are best on, Himmelsdorf, 71% win rate on that, we're not going there.
Similar with Mines.
Yeah.
Also Mines, one of Tornado's strongest maps throughout the season. Actually kind of surprised that they picked Ghost Town. I mean, Tornado wasn't really the strongest team on Ghost Town.
They don't like Ghost Town
this season. Yeah, but in general on Ghost Town it really comes down to team coordination and fast pushes, and this is what Tornado excels at. So maybe they just had some bad luck, but if it's gonna come down to Ghost Town, the Seven Pirates better have something really good prepared there.
If it comes down to Ghost Town. If we've gone 4-0 into Proc, then this is done. That's an 86% win rate for Tornado Energy. Muravanka as well will start and end should we get to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, well, I kind of disagree about the Ghost Town bit there. I think if you want to beat a team like Tornado that has exceptional skill, you're going to want to pick a map like Ghost Town and try and do some sort of a push on it and make a brawl, because those fast brawls are very easy to make mistakes in. And really, that's what they've got to be going for, is they've got to pick up on some Tornado mistakes. If they play on the open maps where Tornado has some time to think, rotate, do some tactics, I think it's going to be very difficult to like outmaneuver them.
So why wouldn't you pick it first? Ghost Town's not a map that Tornado are strong.
Maybe they have something on Moravanka. You know, I think we saw yesterday against Kazna there was just two big brawls on Moravanka. So maybe that's what they're going for.
Well, but I also have to disagree again on Ghost Town. Try to surprise a team like Tornado. They will expect something aggressive by Seven Pirates. So they'll probably sit back, just let them come, and be prepared for anything that might happen.
Well, Tornado's a team that's very known to push out on Ghost Town as the defender. They take a lot of aggressive positions from the beginning. If you can capitalize on that, maybe catch one of them out, or make some sort of an early pick, get some advantage, then I think they could maybe get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in the end it comes down to just Tornado not underestimating Seven Pirates here on any map.
Yeah.
Which also from personal experience I can tell you never want to take a really underestimated team.
They know how good they are. They know that they're the world champions and this huge record that they've got. Of course they know all of that, but they are also respectful to their opponents. I'm sure they've done some work for Seven Pirates. Nevertheless, as much as I'm keen to try and give teams kind of a little bit of a bunk up in confidence and say, oh, I hope this sort of story happens, it's just going to be 5-0 as far as I'm concerned, and that seems to be... I don't have anything else to say on that. Surely the world champions are sending Seven Pirates out 5-0 now.
You're going with the 5-0?
I'm going to make you also feel able that if you do think it's going to be a bit of a stomp, like you did last time, spit it out, it's okay.
I don't want to be impolite towards Seven Pirates.
You're calling me impolite now.
I'm going to go with the 5-0 as well for Tornado.
I'll take a 5-1 and just give them the benefit of the doubt on one of those brawls that they're going to pick somewhere on one of the maps. Something's going to go wrong for Tornado. Someone just makes a mistake.
You can have that.
Okay. So I think 5-1.
Yeah, a brawl would be good. I hope, as I keep saying, that teams put up a good showing. We are in this situation where there are teams today facing the biggest opponents in their groups from a losing position after yesterday. So teams have got to step up and really show incredible performances. We don't want anybody to go home from 12 teams at a massive championship like this having let themselves down and not shown us what they can do. What, though, can our foreteller of victory do? I really want to cast those in future, I'm not going to lie. As he sat in the middle, a fish went and had a little word in Tomato's ear, if you can call it an ear. I'm not familiar with lobster biology, but definitely went, what do you think, what do you think? Just went, I'm heading over to Tornado Energy. Oh, I so wanted him to choose 7 Pirates. Right, we're all on board then with Tornado winning this. What do you think? WOTfinals.com is where you need to go to make friends with Tomato and also try and win yourself an incredible prize as well throughout the grand finals that we're doing here. So WOTfinals.com, that's where you need to look, as well as everything else that we're doing online socially. Any more words before Tornado Energy send 7 Pirates probably packing from Moscow?
Don't just win, do damage.
Oh, you're on brand.
Yeah, I hope to see some from 7 Pirates, to see some innovative stuff. I mean, it's their only chance to see bring some really
there's nothing Tornado haven't seen, surely. I mean, well,
yeah,
truthfully, that's a ridiculous thing for me to say, because there's always a new tactic that nobody's unveiled, and we hope that's going to happen at some point during this tournament. But for Tornado against 7 Pirates...
Yeah, but I just hope for some interesting stuff from 7 Pirates. Just something that I never would ever expect and we have never ever seen.
Well, that'll be exciting. Let's hope they bring it. Good luck to 7 Pirates. Welcome to the final battle, the world champions of Tornado Energy. Let's go back to our casters. Ector, and Annihilator's biggest fan.
Thanks very much for that one, Niall. Niall, there we go. Sorry, Matt. Just put in Annihilator in my head there. It is myself and the Killzor. There you go.
I didn't know Annihilator had any fans.
You're his biggest fan? Potentially his only fan?
It's not hard to be the biggest fan when you're the only fan.
I suppose it does count there. Would you look at that? It's almost like they're coming over again to say hello from the analyst desk and try to distract us.
I just feel like there's a lot of blood. But I just feel like there's a lot of bad blood here
guys, don't worry.
Between the analysis desk and us. I don't know what Niall was talking about, of like surprising Tornado on Ghost Town when like they can probably win a 2v7 if they really tried.
Possibly. I mean, we're getting right into this one, Daki. No holds barred, no delays right into it already. Tornado coming out here. First round is going to be Muravanka. We're seeing 4 Super Conquerors. Batchat, T100, STRV for Tornado. 7 Pirates, multiple IS7s.
Yeah, 7 Pirates coming out here with the multiple IS7s on Muravanka on the attack. That can indicate a Western base play because you have the amount of IS7s, but it doesn't necessarily mean it. Tornado, on the other hand, 4 Super Conquerors in STRV, a Bat, and Nesquik in the T100. No real surprise there coming out from them. Those Super Conquerors, we have seen them work multiple times over. The question is 7 Pirates going to try something aggressive? It doesn't look like it. It's just split in the beginning, trying to figure it out. Do keep in mind, near you in the STRV is also right now sitting in a bush. The question is, will he stay there for the rest of the game? Because you have seen even IS7s in bushes.
2 Super Conquerors off Tornado being spotted. Nice, taking 2 shots into the rear end. That is not nice for him. And we also see Spring taking some damage as well. He backs off and he's IS7. Nice initial plays here from Tornado, getting the first bit of damage in.
Yeah, Spring and Nice are going to feel that one. Going to be sent back into the forest to scour away. They needed to wait for that IS7 that was with them, that was supposed to push up first. They really needed to wait for that one to take the damage. Now Spring and Nice took a lot of damage for no reason. Barbecue needed to be the one to push up first and figure out what was going on.
Now, no disrespect intended to 7 Pirates here, but they are kind of expected to lose this one. Tornado being current world champions right now, being so dominant in the Russian league, they are a team right now playing pretty much in unison perfectly, Daki, in most situations, aren't they?
They're just all on top of their game as it is right now, and they're making it work. Like
Neryu's just driving in circles.
Individually, they're amazing.
Neryu's just making himself a little thing to hide behind with the trees. Interesting thing, actually, now that I think about that, with the trees being knocked down, with the new HD maps, the sunlights and everything come through the trees really awesome. And speaking of HD maps, for the Eagle Eye viewers who've been watching the Tomato the Lobster segments, when Tomato the Lobster is dropping in his fish tank, it is the new mines that he's dropping into. If you look at the background, Tomato's lobster tank is actually HD mines. I'm not saying that that's what HD mines actually looks like in HD, but, you know, his background is the new mines map.
Barbecue getting spotted out now in the IS7. Takes 1 shot of damage, takes 2 shots of damage, takes 3 shots of damage. That is Tornado coming in with some brilliant shooting. They don't miss those kind of shots, and Barbecue, he's getting lit up.
Nesquik sitting in the bush right in front of them, keeping him spotted. Perfect positioning there from him. He's going to be able to hold that position for a very long time in that T100. It's going to be a hard time for Nesqui to sit about and not do much, as he's going to be waiting there, keeping 7 Pirates lit and keeping him in position for the rest of his team.
I think they soon might start shooting HE at him as well. With 780 HP, they could do a significant amount of damage with that HE ammunition.
Looking here from the viewpoint of Nuclear, hiding behind that building as BBQ is in a bit of trouble at the moment. Nearyu and Applewhite directly opposite him, able to get shots into him. Just kind of holding their fire for now. The camera work here showing the point of view, or sorry, the aim view that we have only for observers. Players don't see this, so chill out with the hacks accusations sometimes in chat with a bit of memes. But that's just to show us where the players are aiming at the moment.
You can see now Barbecue needs to be careful. Every time he turns that turret, the SCRV from Nearyu will be trying to get an angle on towards him. There's a nice shot on towards the back of Diador though, in that Super Kong. And there is some map control being taken here for 7 Pirates. Rabbit on the side of the hill. The main thing is they really need to figure out where Nesqui is. If they can't figure that out, they're never going to win. They need to figure out in what bush he is.
The big question is how many rounds can 7 Pirates take off Tornado here? I mean, they can potentially go the distance, but you've got the experience of Tornado. That's the biggest thing here. The biggest thing in the favour is the experience, and obviously then the individual skill coming through in that. 7 Pirates want to give themselves a good showing, though. They want to go down swinging.
Wonder if Nice can actually get onto the cap and spot it. I'm not sure about it. Depends how Nesqui is sitting in the bush. He's trying to get closer and closer towards the cap. If he can get on that, that would force Nesqui to move at one point. So he does get onto the cap and spot it. That's a good thing here for 7 Pirates. And that's a nice connection.
Very nice shot there from Nearyu into the top of BBQ's turret. Down now to 368. That's going to be a one-shot if anyone can connect into him, unless they get a horrendous low roll. We were talking to Nearyu earlier on at the start of this Daki when he was saying he was feeling quietly confident of their chances today.
Yeah, they should be very confident of their chances today. I mean, they're up already 3,000 HP. Yes, the cap has started, which might be an issue at one point for Tornado, but they have every advantage. Even if they would lose this first round, it's not going to change much.
So cap being started here by Nice, trying to draw out Tornado here, but they're in no hurry to run in and reset that. They know there's only 1 tank in the base. They know they've still got easily over a minute to play with that right now. So they're going to set themselves up in position and imagine that when they do decide to make the final push, it's going to be quite difficult for 7 Pirates to be able to defend against this because of the HP advantage already strongly in Tornado's favour.
The thing about Tornado doesn't have right now is they're not on top of those dunes. They're pushing on towards Insect though in that IS-7, and the Super Conqueror is pushing forward now. Now needs to be the damage coming out from 7 Pirates.
Griffin Diador going to push round here into the IS-7 of Rabbit. Rabbit taking multiple shots already. Nice being shot in the hill. You can see Nesqui coming round here in behind Barbecue. He's going to finish him off. Going to take a bit of damage in doing so, but Nesqui gets the kill on BBQ. Insect has been pushed out here by Sever. Nuclear's coming around as well to be able to get crossfire shots into him. Sever's going to happily take that trade with the IS-7. He's going to be able to penalty shots. He backs off now. Insect surviving actually, but only 178 health, and it's Lao Wu picking up the kill on Sever here. A bit scrappy here for Tornado, but they are still very much in control of the situation.
They're not in the best of situations actually looking at it. Nuclear in a lot of trouble in his Super Con because Lao Wu from the top is able to put shot and shot after in towards him. He needs to keep him double tracked here to make Insect survive. If they can do that, Nuclear down, that leaves 4 only for Tornado.
Nuclear using the Batchat wreckage to be able to protect himself here, trying to back off so Insect doesn't get a shot of him, but Nuclear
Flag will kill him in a second.
Stuck between 2 tanks as Flag comes round here, and Flag can get a shot into him. Spring coming round as backup as well. Flag taking out Nuclear threat as 5 guns of 7 Pirates against 4 of Tornado. HP difference in Tornado's favour, and right now that's probably going to be what wins the situation.
Not really, because the thing is that Tornado has 3 Super Kongs and an STRV. Nearyu can go spot, yes, but if he gets tracked once, it's game over for him. They still need to push on towards Lao Wu in his Super Kong, who's very far back, and there is a crossfire available here for the side of 7 Pirates. They should bleed Tornado pretty much everywhere they go at this point.
It's all going to be down to a lot of individual plays here. Who can make the things work for his team? Who can step up right now and say, okay guys, we're going to win this. I have an idea, let's get it round. This is something that actually happens a lot of the time when teams play up against Tornado or Rush, or even Unique sometimes. They'll win the first round, everything will look good, and then they'll just turn it around right straight away and they'll win the next 5 rounds. Is this going to be what we see here? Are Tornado going to drop the first round and our 7 Pirates going to take it from them?
Look at Nearyu in the meantime, though. He was moving forwards to go spot in the SCRV and already lost about half his hit points. He's now going to be in a little bit of a hold-down position. which will make him safe. He's looking towards Insect in the IS-7. Can he get the blind fire? It doesn't look like it right now. And these bot shots from 7 Pirates should be going towards the north. If they can isolate those 2 Super Conquerors for Tornado, they can win this game. But they need to move north with both of their bot shots and the T100, because Nearyu is out of the fight.
Apoel peeking up over there on Lao Wu, but Lao Wu, hull down, is able to get the first damaging shot off, and Apoel is having to back off. Now Deodor's trying to come up over the hill as well. It's a great position here from Lao Wu to be able to hold off these 2 tanks. Look at the damage, or sorry, look at the damage blocked coming in from the Super Conqueror turret. It's an absolute horrible thing to shoot at when it's on the reverse slope. As we say that, Apoel puts in 400.
Ooh, this was a weird play on towards Nearyu. Spring now coming in for the kill. Spring should survive this. Griffon should get one more shot. There we go. And now he should be able to get away. Griffon reloaded in 3 seconds. Spring should survive this.
I think he's going to get this one. Nope, nope. Little bit duck and dive. Anti misses. Griffon not able to connect that shot. Now Flag's trying to come around the side as Lao Wu's trying to get shots into Apoel. They're trying to distract him. Nice shot there from Flag. He wants to continue this one. Diodor's coming over to try and help him. Flag might have overcommitted here because Lao Wu's not coming over the hill. One more shot from Flag. There's a shot coming in from Lao Wu over the top. Lao Wu's going to shoot into the back of Apoel here. Ours is going to go for Deodor. He can take his pick because he can survive 2 hits right now. Lao Wu's going to come around. He's going to get a shot into Apoel.
This was a good stuff here from Lao Wu. He doesn't realize it. He might have actually realized it. That Apoel was ammo racked, and now it's the 1v1 Super Conk against Super Conk. The flag in the meantime goes down. This is still possible for 7 Pirates, but Lao Wu needs to win this.
Lao Wu backing off, trying to get a better angle here, trying to get Apoel to give him something to shoot at. They're moving about gun turrets right now, trying to block each other's guns, trying to stop them, the shot from coming through here. In the meantime, Insect is also the one-shot, Spring's down the one-shot. Griffon is taking damage in Super Combos. Apoel is able to win this time and time again. He stepped up for Tornado, excluding that time they had a little bit of a trip and fall on Cliff, but it doesn't matter. He is one of the playmakers of his team, and there he just won a really difficult situation.
This was a throw from 7 Pirates if I've ever seen one. Griffon will now get the last kill as well onto Spring. And they should have won that game, 7 Pirates. They had this in the bag. This play from Flag, I don't know. Going for Nearyu is good and well, but they're losing pretty much 2 tanks for that. If they had both bat shots going north,
still a little bit out of sync in that last push as well over the hill with the bat chat going round the Super.
Well, I mean, like, Apoel was ammo racked, which is why Flag survived even longer. But then Lao Wu should have been able to kill both of them. Like, he killed Deodor, and then he just needed to keep distance against Apoel and kill him as well. And then they probably win that game.
Closer than many people would have thought it. And you can see the face here of Tornado. It's not all jokey. You know, it's not all laid back.
They should have lost that round.
They're thinking, boys, like, that shouldn't have gone that way. That shouldn't have gone that way. They looked, they easily thought that I'm pretty sure that Tornado were coming into this being like, meh. Haven't necessarily put a lot.
Now, if they didn't lose that HP in the beginning of the round on both the T100 and the bot, they probably win that game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They could have had the trade, and I think you can see that from reaction of 7 Pirates. Think themselves, we nearly had that one, boys.
They had it. They absolutely had it. They should have won that.
Snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Hey, Daki, why are 7 Pirates 7 Pirates?
Because it's 7 players and not 6.
No, because they are.
That was terrible. Can I get a 0 out of 10 in the chat? Thanks.
No, no. Can we get a 10 out of 10 in chat, please?
Nobody's ever called you a 10.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry, you made that one too easy. But yeah, Tornado struggled in that one. I mean,
I'm always a 10 because I never go to 11.
No. No. Just no. Just no.
I'm seeing more 10 out of 10s than I'm saying 0 out of 10s, mate. Just letting you know.
That was the worst joke ever. I agree. That was terrible. That is a 100% Laughter WOT joke.
Of course, Laughter would say 5 out of 7 because he can't count.
This was a good play here from Nesquik getting on towards Barbecue and getting the kill. He went down for that after, but the round here going for Nearyu, nice, really big mistake from him.
The rush in at the same time, it's been a bit more coordinated. You could see what they were doing. But
no, it's a big mistake from Nice because he needs to sit in K6, 7, sit safe, and if Nearyu turns, he'll be able to shoot him anyways.
The gun barrel block in to try and stop off the shots. Lao Wu tried to go for the cheek there from the looks of it. But so frustrating, so difficult when our tanks all up in your face like that. You know, Vin Diesel style. I'm in your face. Don't want that. Don't want that.
So, yeah, I mean, Tornado, they need to show that, you know, they're here for winning. That first round was not what we expect from a team like that, to be honest. They brought a simple tactic and almost got outplayed by 7 Pirates.
Yeah.
I don't know how prepared they come into this round.
I think we've seen that before. Sometimes teams underestimate other teams. Not so much disrespect, but just not quite. You know, at the end of the day, they are here for a reason. They have got here through whichever reason. You know, they are one of the.
Let's see how they do on the defense, though. Tornado on the attack, getting a lot of control, getting a lot of time to play out their tactic, with the likes of Nesquik and Diador in there. That could be difficult. I wonder if 7 Pirates are going to go aggressive again, though, or slow it down. We have seen them against Kazna Crew play aggressive.
True. I think perhaps, I mean, I don't know, like, do you really want to play slow and give Tornado time to just be able to pick your team apart? And like we've said before, it's like a game of chess with them, but they're always ready. They're already thinking, you know, 10 moves ahead of what you're trying to think to do.
Well, if they're going to play aggressive, they need to make sure that the move is correct. If you play aggressive but you leave a hole here or there, then Tornado will just exploit this. So if they do choose to go for that aggression, they can't do what they did yesterday. They played with double T100. They took half HP damage before anything even started on both of them, and then tried to push. Now, if you want to push, you need to make sure you have pretty much all of your HP and take the correct positions before that.
What do you think regarding the picks and bans as well? I mean, we didn't really talk about that. I was coming from the desk, though, but I mean, Himmelsdorf, okay, I understand taking away Himmelsdorf. You don't want to play Russian teams on Himmelsdorf. That's generally bread and butter for them easily. But then Tornado taking away Sand River, and Tornado also taking away Cliff. Is that something that's potentially teams can think about? Like, okay, they don't want to play in those two maps. Is that showing a weakness? Or?
No, it just kind of depends. I mean, Cliff is a kind of YOLO map. They can be surprised over there.
Yeah.
The engagement can be over in like 1 minute if it happens. Himmelsdorf obviously was a good ban because you don't want to play Tornado on that whatsoever. And then Sand River, again, is a very hard map to attack no matter against what team you play.
And then 7 Pirates take away Mines from, I think, I mean, generally we've seen Tornado playing on Mines. They are very aggressive. They are very good at playing it. I mean, we've seen them dismantle, well, it was Navi, now Rush, on that map multiple times as well. So Lao Wu was the top damage dealer there, Daki.
Yet he should have still killed Applewhite.
Should have still killed him, yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, as Mojo would say.
I don't even know why he let Applewhite close the distance. All he has to do is keep his distance and
just
then
keep backing off,
and shoot the lower plate. That's it.
It was unfortunate, and the fact that Applewhite was ammo racked in that situation as well. So realistically, he's getting 2 shots for every one.
Doesn't seem like Tornado is like a big fan of changing lineups today. They've replaced
STRV with the Bat Chat.
No, they've replaced T100 with Bat and STRV with Bat. They're keeping the Super Conquerors again. So preferring those. 7 Pirates on the other hand, T100, Bat, 3 IS-7s. This is again aggressive lineup because otherwise you wouldn't bring those IS-7s. You would just bring Super Conquerors instead. So that we are going to be looking if 7 Pirates does or where they decide to make their move.
So Tornado on the red side, they're going to be attacking 7 Pirates for the duration of this match. It's going to be blue team. They're going to be defending for this particular round here. Second round on the first map of the day, which is Muravanka.
Already a very aggressive play from Tornado with double baton towards the cap. Insect needs to be careful here because there's a Super Conqueror right in front of him. That's Nuclear. And these IS-7, they're going to have to push, and they're going to have to push hard.
Insect getting away without taking any damage initially here. Diador and Nesquik going straight into the cap circle, putting some pressure on to 7 Pirates as Nice gets himself into position. There's a little bit of damage going into BBQ, and Insect taking some damage as well. Nothing going back into Tornado though.
Yeah, they need to flank around Nuclear right now in that Super Conqueror. Spring needs to go save Rabbit, cannot be exposed like this, just needs to stay behind the house and wait for the Batshot to get onto the back of Nuclear and clip him out fully. Once they do that, they have a chance.
Nice is now taking damage up in that area. He is the one trying to speak. They're pushing round on him. He's got double Batchat. He's got triple Batchat pushing into him. Nice is going to go down for this. He has no one to help him. And now they're going to go back into cap circle. Tornado will have complete control over the 1-2-3 line. And this is a horrible situation from 7 Pirates. Tornado can go straight back into the cap. They can continue to pressure this area. 7 Pirates to come back in to reset. This is going to be extremely difficult for them now.
Well, they have the chance of killing Nuclear here at least. Oh, Amorak goes towards Nuclear. Woo! Gets blown up immediately. And now this is good for 7 Pirates because that means less exposure time for Flag, who has to go save behind the houses. And this T100 Insect, he could be the difference maker if he can get around and get the shots on the side. And Nearyu exposed as well.
Nearyu sees it come in, he tries to block one way. Rabbit can come around the back and get a shot into him. Nearyu drop down onto a one shot. Apo is taking some damage as well. He got Amorak. He repaired it instantly. Tornado have lost 3 tanks. 7 Pirates have only lost once. Tornado, get your stuff together, lads, because 7 Pirates are not sitting back. They're not taking this one easy.
No, and now pushing on towards Larwood to try and make the difference here. Diador, no, it means Server on the move with the auto aim, not getting the kill. He takes another shot of damage for that, but it's still a 5-on-4, and the damage taken is significant. You can see Server here trying to get a shot, overexposing once more. Some shaky aim there as well. Some frustration, and Tornado falling to pieces in this round. And all 7 Pirates has to do is play it out correctly, because Tornado has no chance whatsoever if they just keep on moving correctly as a team.
Insect now, stinging into the side of the tanks of Tornado, getting ring behind them, really annoying, can't do anything about him. He's giving them so much pressure on the back here, it's pulling the Super Conqueror's attention and doing exactly as his namesake is like.
But they need to be careful with this T100 still, because the bad shots are starting to move. Flag now peeking out on towards Apoao. If he can get this kill, it's going to be crucial. One more shot. Again, a tank from Tornado. Isolated. That's 7 Pirates picking up another kill. Crucial plays from them.
Now trying to get a push here onto Insect. Tornado trying to get a kill back here in the game, but look at this. Insect continuing to do damage and takes down Griffin. Tornado only 2 tanks left. Neski and Abacha, Server and Abacha. 7 Pirates still with 5 guns in the game. Less HP, but they can still make it work as Insect trades off with Server here. Server trying to get one more shot. He does that. Server killing off, finally getting rid of that annoying Insect on the side of his team.
So now it's 2 bad shots against a triple IS-7 and a bad for 7 Pirates. They know where Server is. He cannot leave from this area. It has to be Nesqui with 1.4 HP pretty much to make the moves, and 7 Pirates cannot let anybody go down here for free. They know where the tanks are from Tornado. They just need to make sure. They need to go for Server, in my opinion. Server is isolated. They know Nesqui fired a few shots. This is the moment to try and kill him. They need to push him with 1 IS-7 together with Flag and get Server out of the game. And once you do that, that's pretty much game over. But they need to go kill Server.
Managing HP absolutely vital right now for 7 Pirates as they start to pressure here into Tornado. Looking for Server here. Server is on a 2-shot. Nesqui has most HP.
500 HP. It can be like a above average roll for the IS-7. Just about.
Good roll from the IS-7 coming in here. Spring looking to take this one on Server. Can he do it? Will he get the luck on his side with RNG for the damage roll? Nope, 406. But Spring can take 2 shots and he can reload back there. Flag's going to come in as well. Server's going to go down for this. Server's shooting away. Spring's going to come over and get a shot. Then it's just Nesqui left to try and salvage something for his team right now.
Nice there from Spring and Flag. Flag realizing that Server got the first shot, did not continue to push, and now Nesqui all by himself against 4 guns from 7 Pirates. Tornado could have been 2-0 down at this point. Luckily enough, they recovered in the first round. He can get the first kill here. Ooh!
Oh, Nesqui, you should have had that one, laddie. Does get the kill on the second shot. Now he's immediately going to go on reload. 7 Pirates not going to know how many shots his Batchat has. He's pulling away. Can Flag get a shot through the buildings here, though?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, they just need to stay together. Look at the HP from Nesqui. 2 alpha shots from an IS-7 together with a battle. Pretty much remove him from this game. Just about, not just, like, they won't kill him just about, but they need to make sure he pushes in towards them now. Spring needs to be the first point of contact for them, because he is still a 2-shot for Nesqui. Nesqui can kill them all in 1 clip.
He sees Spring. Spring knows he's spotted. He's going to be able to tell his teammates, right guys, he's over here somewhere. Nesqui has to be careful, because as soon as the angles come in from different shots, different areas, he's going to go one-on-one here for Spring. Gets the first shot, gets the connection into Spring's roller plate. Spring shoots back in him, gets a 2-shot onto Spring. Now he's on 928s. What can he do against the remaining IS-7 and Batchat of BBQ and Flag?
He can still win this. He can still get this. Nesqui can still carry this round home for his team. He's now a 3-shot for the Batchat, a 2-shot for the IS-7.
2-shot, yep.
Yeah, 2-shot for the IS-7. So Nesqui needs to find another isolation. The issue he has right now is that Flag will not be the one that exposes himself. Barbecue will be the one that is the next point of contact for Nesqui. Flag is going to be covering him from the distance. If Nesqui goes for a cap, they'll send in Barbecue first to try and find him. So he cannot cap. Cap is not going to work, and I like this here from 7 Pirates. They're grouping up, they're going together, covering both angles. This is a good move. Nesqui knows where they were last spotted, and now he needs to try and find them.
And here's the thing, for anyone not familiar with the way the Wargaming League works, the defensive team, the rounds are 10 minutes. The defensive team, if that 10-minute counter goes down to 0, it counts as a win for the defensive team. So realistically right now, Flag and BBQ do not have a reason to want to engage Nesqui. They want to run down the clock. They want Nesqui to come and try and find them.
Nesqui seems to smell this out, though. The in-game leader for Tornado seems to be aware of what's up. Nope, turning towards the cap. He's going to try and bait them out. It's going to be a risky play. Nope, doesn't go for it in the end. Cap is not going to work. Cap is really not a chance for him. He knows they're going to be either an A1, which is unlikely because the amount of bushes can be surprised. can surprise them. Sorry, and he knows that they can be A-line, A9. If he does this, it'd be the most ridiculous carry I've ever seen. It's Kolobanov's.
Yeah, mind games now. How do you play it? Do you split your guys up? Do you go completely opposite directions? Where do you think that Nescu might be? I mean, he's going to drive into Crossfire here. He can one shot, then turn it in one shot.
He's going to find Barbecue. Barbecue
does Flag have an angle on him?
Barbecue's just above one shot though.
Yeah, but he's down below, so can Flag get a shot into it? There's a shot, 420, no fire coming in. Flag holding a shot, Flag gets another shot. Barbecue doesn't go down, but he goes right behind. Flag gets the kill, and 7 Pirates pick up around here against Tornado. It is 1-1, and that was great play in the end there from 7 Pirates.
Yeah, he got the... Barbecue was a 2-shot in essence, right? Because 395. But once he misses that first shot and Flag shoots at him, Nescu only has really one opportunity, and it's to try and snap his turret around to try and kill Flag. Because of the IS-7 reload, he'd be able to kill Flag and then kill the IS-7. Obviously, it's a high-10 situation, so he probably wasn't thinking about this. But that was his only option to win at that point, unless...
He had to go looking for him,
It's either he snaps his turret around and kills Flag, or he gets past the IS-7 instantly, so they're both one-shot, one-on-one. That was the two options he had, but the distance to get across the IS-7 was too big. Flag would have been reloaded, so that was the only option he had. Try and kill Flag first and then the IS-7. But obviously, he tried his very best. There's not much more that he can do.
But nicely done, nicely done. So, again, the faces of Tornado, they are not, hey, we got this, boys, it's easy, you know. They're sitting back there. They're sitting a bit stunned, I would say.
Yeah, they could be 2-0 down at this point. This play here from Nice, like that's insane. He gets pushed by 3 bad shots, and Diador dies for this. That's bad play from Tornado, the highest individual skill players in the world, but the coordination there was lacking. Diador should never have gone down for that. Pushing with 3 bad shots and you lose one, that is mistakes.
It's yeah, look at their faces. They're like, guys, you know, we saw the Kazna game yesterday. Kazna beat 7 Pirates 5-1. I guess Tornado coming in as world champions, we're thinking that they were going to perhaps 5-0 them, but 7 Pirates showing that perhaps they've learned a thing or two from that match against Kazna. Perhaps, you know, going overly aggressive isn't the best tactic. Perhaps playing it a bit more patient, a bit more well thought out, and forcing Tornado to have to actually use their noggin a bit rather than charge in is playing into their favour.
It could have been 2-0 down though at this point, but that's not something. Yeah. That's a little bit of a fail.
From the previous round, considering the previous round was so close, in essence it could have been 2-0 to 7 Pirates right now.
Even then, 7 Pirates in this last round was kind of slow. The push on Nuclear should have been much quicker. Yes, he got armor-racked, which helped. But if the bad shot, I think it was Flag even, did it quicker, pushing on towards him, then he wouldn't even have done as much damage.
That ammo rack actually switched things around really quickly, because at that moment...
Yeah, but that was only because 7 Pirates was a little bit slow with the push.
Yeah, but at that moment, 7 Pirates were tanked down, and Tornado still had all their tanks, whereas the ammo rack, and then they killed another tank right after it. Suddenly, Tornado were down 2 tanks, and 7 Pirates were only down 1 tank. So then the fight happened in the middle, and 7 Pirates had more angles. Sometimes luck's on your side. We've seen it with ammo racks. You know, obviously for the team that's on the receiving end, it's not good. But for the team that is lucky enough to get that, you know, they have praised Aaron Jesus well enough.
I mean, good stuff from Flag nonetheless in his bad shot. 7 Pirates making the correct plays at the end there. I didn't really like how they separated 1 IS-7 when it was in the 3v1 because they needed to get a crossfire. There's a little bit of, you know, overexposing, but they won the round.
Yeah.
And
I mean, things like ammo racks, you can aim for them. It's like going to when you're trying to aim for engines as well to get engine fires and stuff like that. But it's not always the easiest situation when you're on a close-up one-on-one like that. Well, like we saw, you're not necessarily specifically aiming for an ammo rack. It's just, you know, luck of the draw if you do get one. Looks like we have a slight technical hiccup at the moment, but should hopefully get things back up and running nice and quick. And then we'll get back into map number 2, which is going to be Runeberg, and that was Tornado's pick.
Runeberg is going to be a difficult map for 7 Pirates.
Runeberg's going to be super difficult. I mean, any closed map, any city map playing against Russian teams, they just play it so well.
Just against Tornado playing that map is going to be very difficult because that high individual skill level, Seven Pirates better have the correct setup. We've seen what happens if you don't on the Runeberg to deal with the push that's going to come from Tornado, because they are the best aggressive team in the world. When they get close, when they get personal, Seven Pirates better man up and push them off their boat, because otherwise they're going to sink down all the way to the bottom of the ocean.
Down to Davy Jones's locker.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Runeberg, we've seen some Runeberg rounds done and dusted within almost 3 minutes. Excuse me. It's a tough map. I mean, a lot of teams avoided it sometimes throughout the regular season. In the past, it's been a very defensive-favoured map. Now, sometimes, depending on what the attacking team's able to do, they can come out on top. It kind of switches back and forward, Runeberg, all the time.
Well, Runeberg is a good map for Tornado because they can just go aggressive and rely on individual skill pretty much. They can drive into the face of Seven Pirates and then just outplay them in group, in team, get those shots, get those connections. Depends on...
Apple the light keyboards, Mojo was talking about it earlier on. All got the APAC players and Chinese players all with fancy keyboards and mouse.
Yeah, I like the second mouse, man. I want that one.
That's quite cool, yeah.
But yeah, when we get to Runeberg, I want to see what Seven Pirate bring on their defense and attack. So far, I've not been too impressed with either of the Chinese or APAC teams. Yato, I mean, however, did a very standard tactic, but all the defenses I've seen so far were pretty weak, to be honest,
to be
setup-wise.
To be clear, we're putting the APAC and Chinese teams in together here because they're the least experienced teams of this entire tournament, if you like. So it's interesting to see what their tactics are going to come into it. Griffon doing his usual camera stare there. Always likes to give a little bit of attention to the cameras. Nuclear just singing a song to himself.
He's listening to the beat in his heart.
He's listening to he's getting ready with the tempo. He should have his headphones on right now, so I don't know why he doesn't have them on. Put them on, Nuclear.
He's listening to the beat in his heart. Maybe that's the beat in your heart.
Maybe. What's the beat of your heart, Dake?
You don't want to hear. It's very quick.
Man's not hot?
No. But yeah, Tornado, I don't know. The thing is, though, they're that kind of team which struggles online. We've seen them struggle before in the past. We've seen them struggle at LAN a little bit as well, where they lose the first few rounds, and then they come into the game and take everybody down. So I expect them to now be warmed up at the very least and be like, okay, maybe we'll actually have to play at least a little bit to beat these guys.
Runeberg, also known as IS7 City from Tornado Energy.
Again, this Foch B, I've not been a fan of it so far.
It needs to get into position quickly, that's the thing. I mean, it can do a lot of damage, but usually because it's left for the last tank surviving. Key play here as well for the mouse. Where's the mouse going to be positioned? How well is it going to work in the fight once it happens?
The mouse already going up. Let's take a look at what Tornado's doing. They're all going middle to begin with. Depends if they keep driving or they're just going to get the shot. That does look like they will keep driving because obviously there's no bad shot spotting ahead. It's straight down the middle, and I don't like how there's a Foch B and an IS7 in A7.
IS7's all pushing through the middle here. Batchat's going down south. Looks like Seven Pirates are slightly prepared for this, but the Foch B is going to be complete out of the fight. Shots coming in into the IS7's. No connections initially already. Return fire going back out. No connections. Sever's taking some damage in his mouse. He gets tracked, and he actually holds up the advance of his teammates behind him because of that.
Ooh, that's a nice tracking again on Nuclear. Tornado driving down the middle, getting tracked left, right, and center. The Foch B is off reload now as well. He needs to get those connections in to be effective. Server is the isolated one in the back. They really need to make sure they get the shots on towards him. Apwao not doing much better as well. You can see Server actually backing off as well. He realizes that he cannot drive any further because he got tracked multiple times over. And this is actually not bad from Seven Pirates. They're making it work. They're doing the damage, but somebody needs to go kill Server in the middle road. He's going to be very annoying, and I think Nice and his Batchat should be the one moving over there.
Interesting tactic here from Seven Pirates. They haven't committed anybody down the zero line, which means that nobody's going to get isolated. They can focus all their tanks here over the middle line to try and get shots. They've taken very little damage in return. Tornado's taking the most damage here, but damage starting to go back out. Mouse of BBQ taking a shot there. Nuclear and Griffon here in the cap. They are down to 34 seconds. More or less a distraction trying to force tanks from Seven Pirates. And look at this. Flag and Rabbit have gone over, trying to isolate Theodore, who's down almost onto a one-shot. 469. They can get crossfire shots into Nuclear and Griffon.
This is amazing stuff from Seven Pirates. Those tracking shots really working out for them in the beginning. Now Diador already down, Griffon pushing forward, and the Crossfire is there. The Force B in the meantime pushing behind the IS-7 of Server and 7 Pirates. They're definitely making this Ruinberg defense work.
Force B pushing into Server, keeping him isolated. Flag and Rabbit continuing their push. They're going to go into Near You and Applewell though. Flag gets the kill on Applewell. Now they're going to try and get Near You, but Near You has an entire clip on his bad chat. These two IS-7s just bullying the tanks off Tornado. Tornado are down 3 tanks right now. 7 Pirates are not holding up. This is an absolute rampage right now.
For a team that's world champion, they're getting handed it to them right now by 7 Pirates as Server goes down. That leaves the 2 bots, and those tracking shots in the beginning, those IS-7s absolutely got annihilated going down there. Server not able to make the cross, Applewell down towards 400 HP, and then those Super Kongs making it work. The IS-7s pushing across the middle, and Server not really having that big of an effect into this game either. And
Near You, last tank alive right now here on Ruinberg. This was Tornado's pick, and right now 7 Pirates have absolutely plundered them.
7 Pirates are handing it right now to Tornado in a spectacular fashion, and that is just beautiful, at least from them. Getting those tracking shots in the beginning, making sure that Server got double tracked, Applewell got double tracked. It took so much damage to even get across. That is just pretty damn impressive. D_Stroid. What else can you say?
This is, like I say, for Ruinberg being a pick of Tornado. I mean, we were honestly talking to Near You at the start of this. We were saying, you know, how much have you prepared for 7 Pirates? And he just smiled. And we're kind of like, okay, like they're just assuming that their better experience is going to come in here, and they're going to be the ones who are going to come out on top. But is that really the case? Have they underestimated what could potentially be coming out of the APAC region here?
Elfish guy is probably very excited right now as it is. Don't forget, 7 Pirates was not normally going towards this event.
It should have been team efficiency.
Team efficiency. 7 Pirates is only the 3rd seed from APAC, and Tornado is supposed to be the number 1 seed worldwide.
Yes. Yes, you would expect Tornado to be able to win the group here. You'd expect Tornado to be taking down 7 Pirates, and no offense to Kazna Crew, we are European favourites here, but Kazna Crew going up against Tornado is a very difficult situation, and Kazna Crew historically don't have a great record against Russian teams. So you'd expect Tornado to take top of the group and perhaps have Kazna 2nd place. Yes. Now, if 7 Pirates could somehow squeeze a win out here right now, because bear in mind they are leading now Tornado 2-1, that would be an interesting situation for this last match when it turns into Tornado Kazna, which is actually the last match of the group stage, which is the last match played on Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Nuclear is enjoying
this. Interesting result for being defeated 2-1 right now.
Apparently he heard a very funny joke.
Interesting.
Wasn't probably one of yours.
Maybe he just saw a picture of your face.
Then he would be having love hearts across his face.
Love hearts across his face. Maybe he saw what Elfish Guy's prediction was.
Who cares about Elfish Guy?
You do.
Not really.
Well, someone cares.
Really?
Safi cares for him, maybe.
Rather have nobody in that case. But so far, 7 Pirates are making it work. 4 of them in the top 5. Only Server sneaking in there. He was the IS-7 left in the middle road. He realized after he got double tracked twice, I think, he used his repair kit, got tracked again, got back up, and then got tracked again, realized he couldn't drive down middle. If he did that, he would have probably taken 1.5k damage right then and there and died. And Tornado just lost so much HP in the beginning, and I guess they were surprised that 7 Pirates put zero line contention.
Normally you'd expect
they just stayed in the open for the Super Conquerors. Really, Diador on the lower side in the open for the Super Kongs. He should have been up way higher with the rest of his team, clearing out 0 line because that was the opening.
Then when Sever was coming forward, the Force B's like, okay, I'm just going to isolate you because I can do this on the lower road with no one challenging me. So interesting stuff actually there from 7 Pirates. It's an interesting counterplay to be able to... If you can see that from the IS-7s, you know where the IS-7s are going to go. So that in that way, you don't commit somebody down to 0 line, so that means they don't get isolated. And then you can just focus fire all your stuff in from the middle. And we've seen it before, the Super Conquerors in that situation are able to just chew the IS-7s apart. And now, interestingly enough, on attack, 7 Pirates going for almost the exact same tactic. They're going with 4 IS-7s. They're going to be doing something similar.
They've 1 Super Conqueror instead of 1 IS-7 and the Forge B instead of the Batra 25T. Tornado coming out with a T100. A little bit more mobile lineup than we see a lot of teams do on the defense, but 7 Pirates, if they could pick this up, it would be already bigger upset than anything this tournament. Going 3-1 up over Tornado would be unseen, unheard of.
That would be a big upset, that's for sure. Now we're going to see Nesqui doing a spotting run over across the middle, and then going back down to that corner. Interesting play here from 7 Pirates, backing off, not committing anything at the start immediately. Perhaps expecting this scout run from Nesqui. Is this a read from 7 Pirates and what Tornado would normally do?
Oh, that's so close!
It is a read.
They're
expecting this.
Nesqui getting blind fired, Nesqui getting blind fired again.
They were expecting it.
They would have, if the shots were a little bit lower, he would have been insta-dead.
And Nesqui's laughing at himself. Nesqui laughing because he's like, oh boy, like they knew I was there, guys. They've actually been doing their research.
He would have been insta-dead if the shots were a little bit lower. There was one non-connection on the gun and like 3 shots that went right above him.
So that's 7 Pirates going, okay guys, we've seen this from Tornado in the past, they do this thing, let's counter it. Almost worked out in their favor.
They almost made that work. That's a very interesting play to see. Can't believe that almost worked, that's insane. Knowing the bushes very well, apparently 7 Pirates.
I think that's just been watching previous stuff done and saying, okay, if they take T100, they don't go 0, they might go there. Impressive.
Unbelievable if they actually killed him. If they actually killed him, that would have been the greatest highlight ever. They're pushing down the middle now. In the meantime, the Forge B and the Batshot going down K-line. This could be bad though for 7 Pirates. They could take a lot of damage right here.
T100 spotted, Ice7 spotted. Nesqui goes down. Spring takes a shot, a little rub of the nose from Nesqui's like, oh guys, I think I kind of messed that one up and overextended. But the damage going back out into 7 Pirates quite significant as well. As Rabbit is down below half health. BBQ also down below half health in his Super Conqueror. Where is the rest of 7 Pirates to be able to focus their guns? Apoel's down in this corner alone. They're going to push over him with the Batchat and the Foch B, try and drop him down, and then turn the rest of their attention into the remaining tanks of Tornado, who have taken 0 damage so far.
Yeah, now Instinct, Spring, and Rabbit will be moving on towards the 0 line, and Apoel exposed. Nobody in his team really able to cover him. 113 is not going to last very long.
Apoel getting lots of shots going into him right now. It is brutal as Nice picks up the kill. He pulls back on the real. Look at this. As I said, the rest of the tanks from Tornado yet to take any damage. Only damage immediately going into Server and Deodor. 7 Pirates all at sea at the moment. They still have 7 tanks available. As I say that though, BBQ drops and now the team fight starts in earnest here.
Yeah, but look at Server. He's exposed. He's all alone in his 50B and he's going to take a lot of damage right here. Instinct blocking him. Flag coming around as well. They're all pushing forwards in those IS-7s, and now they're going to move on towards Deodor. They need to keep pushing with these IS-7s. They need to make it work. They need to find those Super Conquerors one by one.
Isolate, and eliminate right now is 7 Pirates' mission as Insect pushes up into Deodor. One more shot and Deodor will go down. Then there's only 3 tanks left of Tornado against the 5 guns of 7 Pirates, but they're all on low health as Spring gets trapped coming around the corner. Another IS-7 pulls out and blocks him as Griffin gets the kill on Spring, but Griffin now on the reload. So how much damage can 7 Pirates do before the rest of the tanks from Tornado come into this fight?
Well, Deodor needs to die right now because Nuclear is going to pick up Rabbit. Flag picks him up, and though in return it's a 3v3. But this should be Tornado at least.
Tornado just coming out on top here with the remaining HP. It's IS-7 almost in full health. Same with the Super Conqueror. And then Griffon in his 50B is just coming off reload. And then he's going to clip out into the rear end of Flag with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
Tornado just about holding on here. They still have a decent amount of HP left actually. Whoa, that's right on him. Griffon, can he get the blind shot? Nope. Nope, not going to hit.
Now on a reloads. No vision either.
That was close.
It was close. It was close.
A little bit over-eager pushing the 0 line with Nice and Lau in that Forge B. I mean, they could have waited a little bit longer. Those IS-7s should have been able to do the damage. At least let the IS-7s volley first up while low HP and then get in, get out without losing too much. They didn't do that, and it kind of cost them a lot of HP.
Near you now pushing up in his IS-7, looking for that final shot onto Lau before he manages to get a reload. Should to do that one easily as Lau shoots and misses, and it's Griffon actually that picks up the kill. 2-2 Daki after the first 2 maps.
Man, if they killed Nesqui in the beginning, that would have been insane.
That was a good read. I mean, normally you'd expect the T100 just to go straight down into that bottom corner. Like scout up over the middle and then carry on into the corner.
It was a nice read from 7 Pirates. Aiming a little bit lower, and Nesqui would have died.
I wonder how many times they've done that to be able to predict that.
I don't know, but it's working for 7 Pirates at least.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning, later on it didn't work as much anymore.
Now, Runeberg done, Muravanka done. Now we're going to go on to Prokhorovka. Are we going to get the middle fight that the analyst desk have been begging for a while? Are we just going to get the two teams just clash in the middle, or are we going to get something slower and tactical?
I hope not. I really like it when the analyst desk is not happy. It makes great conversations.
I like it when they disagree and stuff. It's interesting to see,
the best part about
see them coming back with their individual points.
The best part about casting is the fact that, you know, you're always on after the analysis desk, so whatever they say, you can just neglect it.
But that goes actually against us, because whatever we see now, then it goes back to the analyst desk.
But then it comes back to us, I guess.
Yeah, but at the end of the show, like they always get the final. They always get the final say. They always get the
opening
say.
By then, everybody's already asleep. So
everyone always just switches off because, like, okay, the matches are finished. Thanks, casters. Oh, it's only the analyst desk segment. Yeah, no,
wow.
I'm not going to be like that, because normally it's me on the analyst desk. Normally I like hosting, so no, it's good to do it both sides, Daki. You know, each side has its own values.
Sure. You tell me that, sure.
I tell you that.
This play here was the one I was talking about. They took a lot of damage on those double autoloaders right there. This play here onto server, it was good. I liked it, but they needed to really go for Diador. And Flag kind of split off. Spring kind of stopped. Flag should have been driving zero line straight onto Diador, killing him together with Spring. They would have survived. And then they could have maybe made it work. Now they kind of let him survive for way too long. He did a lot of damage. He crossfired with Griffon. He was a nuisance in the side.
Yeah.
7 Pirates could have won that, but at the end of the game, the coordination is a little bit falling apart.
I mean, they were focusing tanks, which was good, but they just bled so much HP in focusing those tanks that when it came to the remaining tanks, they just had no ability to trade, which was unfortunate. So, I mean, this is something we talked about slightly on Muravanka as well. Coming into the closing stages of Muravanka, managing the remaining HP is one of the key things that they needed to do, and they just simply weren't able to do that because Tornado were able to get really good shot angles on them.
Well, 2-2. Who would have expected this? Could have been 3-1, actually.
It could have been 3-1. It could have been 3-1 to 7 Pirates right now, which is real interesting.
Maybe they will get the brawl in the middle, because the lineup from 7 Pirates, from what I saw on the screens, looks like it.
Actually, really looking forward to speaking to Kazna after this and getting their thoughts on this.
If 7 Pirates win this 5-2, no, if 7 Pirates win this 5-2, I think they have a better score difference than Kazna.
If 7 Pirates win this 5-2, I will shave my beard off tonight, Daki.
I'm just saying. Then it will depend what Tornado does against Kazna.
So let's see how this one's going to go down. Tank lineups here, multiple Bat Chats coming out for 7 Pirates, multiple Super Conquerors, and then IS-7 sprinkled on top.
So far, both teams moving towards the center to begin with, both Tornado and 7 Pirates. So the brawl, it might happen, it might occur only near you. No, Diador, sorry, in the STRV, going to be sitting in the back lines. Let's see who comes out ahead here. Flag should get the initial spot. Should give him a lot of information. Nesqueen at the same time getting a lot of information on this side as well. Already past the rails. That's a good move from him.
Nesqueen moving over there. No pressure on him, but immediately he is spotted by the 2 Bat Chats. Shot going out into him. Actually breaks his gun. Second shot coming to him. Tracks him and repairs that immediately. And he's going to get himself back up over that ridgeline and get himself safe. So, teams moving up into the middle. We might get this middle clash that the analyst desk wanted, Daki.
It will happen. They are looking towards Flag in that bat shot. He needs to stay safe. Flag down towards 365, overexposing. They're going to get Nesqueen, but Tornado still with the advantage in the middle.
Nesqueen backs off and gets himself safe right now. He's down to 1 more shot though, 273 HP. 7 Pirates taking more damage into Spring. It's the Bat Chats are being focused here. They need to keep these Bat Chats alive. They need to be able to clip out into the tanks of Tornado and not lose more HP.
Yeah, but it's a 5-on-4 and Tornado should push up and over right now when the Bat Chats on a reload, and they're doing that exactly right now. Barbecue gonna be the main focus. Server removes him from the game, and 3 Bat Chats from 7 Pirates on reload. And this is Tornado with the aggression. They have the more heavies, and 7 Pirates, they're gonna struggle to hold on.
Focus fire here from Tornado coming out on point. They just dropped another tank just like that. Now they're gonna turn around. Flag goes down, he was only a 1 shot. Now they're gonna focus the guns into Insect. Tried to go through the middle there, Rabbit in his IS-7. He gets dropped like a rock. Now Tornado still have 6 guns available to them. They're just picking tanks of 7 Pirates one at a time and dropping them.
Yeah, the thing is, these Bat Chats not really making a lot of use of their clips. Once they go on reload, that's Tornado's moment to drive forward. They did exactly that. You need to clip completely with those Bat Chats. You need to hit 4 out of 5 at least, or 5 out of 5. Once you don't do that, they struggle to kill Nesqueen and his Bat Chat, and then I think it was Flag as well, lost 1.4k HP against the heavy tanks, making him pretty much useless for the rest of that fight. Once that happens, once they start reloading, it's 5-on-4.
2 minutes and 5 seconds that took. You're done now.
Yeah, they're definitely done
that
now.
Was, that's the difference. Tornado can just turn it around in an instant.
Well, just
and
bad,
my beard is safe.
They're just bad shot play there. To be honest, like they need to do. They're the damage dealers. They need to.
You can't have the bad shots taking initial damage like that, because then when the fight happens, the risk of them trying to peek in, someone's just going to turn and snapshot.
Well, as soon as they realize they don't reload, they just push up and over.
Yeah.
Like Diador moves closer in the STRV, 4 heavies against 5, and they just kind of get stomped then because Tornado has a higher.
Their focus fire was like fantastic.
In that situation, they should always have the better focus fire because they're all peeking the ridge together, and they're called the target before they even peek.
Yeah, but another thing as well.
There's nothing 7 Pirates can do.
But the other thing as well is that they come in with the focus fire, but when they peek back over again next time, it's not the same guy that peeks over first. It's somebody else who peeks over first. So they're using the different tanks, using the different HP across their team to be the first one to peek and potentially take a hit back. So it's just very coordinated. This is what the Tornado we expect. This is the Tornado we're used to, where things just seem to happen in synergy.
This was end of the round already. There's not much 7 Pirates could do once the bad shot sprint on reload. Like, you need those bots to get a strong, very strong initial clip. If they get that strong initial clip, like here, they wasted so much time killing Nesquik, Spring, wasting a lot of shots. Nesquik doing ideal gameplay here. And then they're just getting peeked here. There's nothing they can do. Once you lose that advantage position in the middle, once the enemy just starts speaking on you, the game's over.
It's kind of brutal, that one, actually, considering how close the previous rounds had been, and to then suddenly, doof, and this potentially could be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Maybe. Can never be sure. Have you ever broken a camel's back?
Yeah, I put a straw in it.
Really? I'd like to see the video evidence of this.
There is no video evidence, but it really happened. But I screenshotted it. Does that count?
I'm not sure you know how to take a screenshot.
Alt F4.
You're like 44.
I always take a picture of a black screen.
Sure thing. And you can see here, top 5 are the 5 heavies from Tornado. All of them coming in from 1 to 5. Like we said, they had a field day in those tanks. 1 to 7 Pirates, bad shots ran out of ammo. It's not much to say. After that, I mean...
Yeah, it's a very simple one to break down. You know, they pushed over the middle after shooting the bat chats, and then they wrecked them. Look at that, 94% hit ratio there from Tornado during that fight. That's brutal.
Double STRV again for 7 Pirates.
4 Super Conks and 3 bat chats for Tornado.
We've seen this lineup from 7 Pirates already once more against Kazna crew. It almost worked. Let's see what they can bring now, though. There's no T100 for Tornado, 3 bats, 4 Super Kongs. Let's see what this double STRV can really do against a lineup that's made for driving middle.
And here we go, Tornado, red side, they're going to be on defense, 7 Pirates, blue side on attack. Tornado now taking the lead, 3-2. Can 7 Pirates turn this one around? Can he bring it back into 3-3? Or are Tornado finally going to step ahead with a lead of 2 rounds and on to 4-2, which means they'll also be on match point. We're playing a best of 9 here, which means the first team to get 5 rounds, 1 is going to win the match.
Well, so far, all of 7 Pirates moving towards 1-2 line. Nesquik going up and over, and Flag getting wrecked in his bad shot. That's Super Conqueror accuracy on the move for you.
Flag below half health now in his bat chat there, or just slightly over half health actually. Not in a good situation to be at the very start of the match before you've even got your ammo loaded.
Well, instant rotation coming out here for Tornado. The 4 Super Conquerors moving, and there's double bat shot pushing the hill, and this is not good for 7 Pirates. They're going to lose both of these bat shots for free. Pretty much for free.
Tanks gathered up here in the bushes. Spring is spotted, Sever is spotted, and Spring is going to die for this one. Go do some damage before he goes down, but he has 3 bat chats closing in on him. Flag can't help with any shots. Flag in danger of potentially hitting his teammate, but he does get a kill back on Sever. So we're bat chat for bat chat right now, but Flag is taking a lot of damage as well. He's down to only 140 HP. One more shot and he goes down. That's Nesquik picking up that kill.
Yeah, this is an easy life so far for Tornado. Now the push needs to happen for 7 Pirates. It's a 5-on-4 in this area, but they're pushing with STRVs first. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to make it work, but they have no other choice. They need to go for it, and they need to go for it right now. They need to make this work while the bat shots are still on reload.
Near you trading shots here with the BBQ as Griffon takes a pot shot at Insect. Shot coming around here from the side. Another one going into Griffon. It's all on the pressure here of these tanks from 7 Pirates are remaining. It is 5 on 6 at the moment, but Tornado have the HP advantage right now, almost double the HP of 7 Pirates. They can just force a team fight, isolate a tank and go for it. Nuclear going round nice in the STRV here. He is able to circle him nice, not landing the shots. He's stuck in siege mode, tries to come out of it. He has a danger being shot and he can't move while that happens. BBQ now down to a 1 shot on 333 health. He has a dead driver, he has a broken engine. He goes down. Now Nice is about to go down 1 more shot and Nuclear should finish him off as Insect shoots Nuclear in the rear end, but Nuclear picks up that kill. He'll happily go down to Insect, who is the only one remaining for his team, as Tornado will pick up this one almost just as quickly as the first round.
Yeah, very easy read for Tornado. Realizing with the Super Conk over there and Nesquik going so aggressive, not getting shot at, that there's no STRV in that area. I mean, he went over the rails, did not get shot at, so he knows there's no STRV there. 2 bad shots over the hill, 1 from the side. Yeah, they lose 1 bat in return, but they kill 2 bad shots, force 7 Pirates to immediately push 1 to line, and pushing 1 to line with 2 Super Kongs, which are slow, having to drive over hills and double STRV. If they had won that, I would have eaten my hat.
I would have loved to watch that. We're making all these bets, Stacky, right now because we know that we don't have to, or we don't know, but they're almost safe bets. There's always still a chance we could be proven wrong, but we could have had me without a beard and we could have had you eating a hat.
I didn't say the size of the hat, though.
That would have been some highlight reel. Yeah, it's unfortunate here. Now it's kind of starting to go the way that we thought it would go. With Tornado just simply looking...
7 Pirates can only pick up a maximum of 2 points, and Kaznakru has 3. Kaznakru has 3 points.
Yep,
7 Pirates, it's over for 7 Pirates. They're already out.
Now that Tornado are on 4.
Yeah, it's over for 7 Pirates.
They are out. Draw. They're going to be going home.
Like, the maximum they can do is 2 points.
So Kaznakru know they're guaranteed at least 2nd place in their group.
Yep.
It's going to come down to Kaznakru Tornado, which is going to be an interesting fight tomorrow for the last match of the day.
Well, at least they can have some fun now, right, in the last rounds?
Yeah, but I think... I mean, do you do that? I mean, you can't because the team picks are already done, aren't they? The vehicles are picked in advance.
No, I don't think so.
If not, I'd be like, okay, guys, just pick whatever's your favourite. Let's go for it. I'd love to see when teams do stuff like that. You know, like it's a match that's not super important anymore. Just pick your favourite tank and go. And you just see the guys coming in with tier 6s. You're like, no, guys, I meant pick your favourite tier 10. All KV2 lineup.
Well, Nuclear near you, Griffon, Nesquik coming in strong there. Again, those Super Conquerors on top. There's not much to say about that round other than what everybody could see. You know, once you lose 2 bad shots for just 1, you're forced to make a move on Prokhorovka. And Tornado is just set up, ready, waiting, and it's just too slow from 7 Pirates. They can't push quickly enough. By the time they really get into the fight, the bad shots from Tornado have already closed the distance once more and started shooting them in the side. So
damage done there. 78% of the hits coming here from Tornado Energy. Out of those 78 hits, 91% of them were pens. So good aiming there from Tornado. They're now looking a bit more relaxed. Don't just win, do damage, is what Annihilator said. You can hear the yell in the background. They are ready to go.
Well, of course, if now 7 Pirates wins this 5-2. Well, I mean, sorry.
What? Excuse me?
If 7 Pirates wins this 5...
Did you learn maths from me?
No. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
2 plus 1 is 3. Quick math. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, what I was saying is 7 Pirates win this in tiebreaker against Tornado. They would have 2 points. Tornado would have 1, and then Kaznakru beats Tornado. Then 7 Pirates would still go. But the likeliness of that case is like 1%.
Yeah, I would say less than 1% actually.
So.
But there's still always a potential. Now we're going to be going into the 4th map of this matchup, which is, 4th map of this matchup, which is Ghost Town. Tornado currently leading 7 Pirates 4-2. Tornado red side, they're on the attack. 7 Pirates blue side, they're on the defense.
Look at 7 Pirates, they're going hella aggressive with these IS-7 Super Kongs. They are going to bring it to Tornado. At least it looks like that. The way Insect's driving, I don't think he's about to stop anytime soon.
And they're going for it. Rabbit and Insect pushing into the cap circle. Insect taking 402 damage as he continues to push in. Nesquik just about to peek out once he's reloaded in his bat chat. But Nesquik could get isolated here if they turn and focus fire into him. Super Conquerors from Tornado pushing into the middle, and we are going to get a good old brawl in the middle of the map. This is interesting. It's the IS-7s of the defending team in the cap circle and not of the attacking team.
Yeah, Nesquik's just baiting Insect to push him. In the meantime, Tornado pushing forward to the other tanks. I think Insect should be going for that one, but he doesn't know that there's double 113 there. He needs to be careful. Tornado now rotating around 3 tanks versus the 2 IS-7s, and I think they've just about been baited into a bad rotation.
Spring being focused there initially in his AMX-50B. He shot back, but he didn't do anywhere near as much damage as went back into him. Sever is down low on his Super Conqueror, but they can just rotate the tanks here for Tornado and send somebody else forward. Meanwhile, 7 Pirates are bleeding HP across the board. Insect is now down to 1 shot. He goes down. Deodor picking him up as Nereus pushing in the cap circle as well. He's going to start shooting into Rabbit as he backs off in his IS-7. So Nereus now saying, hey, this is my cap circle. Get out, lads.
Well, there needs to be a play right now from 7 Pirates to even out this game. They need to push forward. They need to do the damage. Flags being focused out. They lose him as well. Those IS-7s leaving the hold-down position. It's kind of, you know, in the end of the day, it's not really helping them out much.
Nope, not at all. Tornado still with a considerable HP advantage here. 2k more than 7 Pirates. Tanks bleeding HP across the board as we see Apowow dropping out there for Tornado. But 7 Pirates down to just under, or just over, sorry, 2k HP. BBQ, Nice, and Spring are left in their tanks. BBQ getting shot in the back. Man's not hot as he goes away. Nesquik pushing forward here, looking to get the final kills on Nice, but he goes down actually. Griffon gets a kill in return as he picks up Spring.
Yeah, but Nice being the last man standing for 7 Pirates and the last run in this tournament as well for this team at the very least. They tried their very best. They had some good rounds against Tornado, but in the end, Tornado Energy bringing it 5-2 over 7 Pirates. As expected, but a lot closer.
Closer than it needed to be. I think perhaps at the start, Tornado were not fully focused, fully switched on. I don't know. I think perhaps they just underestimated a bit there of 7 Pirates, took it a bit too casually. And then at some point when it was 2-2, it's like, okay guys, we need to like actually pull the finger out and make sure that we secure the win here.
Yeah, Tornado now going for the handshake. It was a good game from 7 Pirates, very close rounds. I mean, they really could have made that work. They could have been 3-1 up after the first 2 maps. Good stuff there from 7 Pirates, showing Tornado that they are not invincible. And they need to stay focused throughout this tournament. Obviously for Tornado, the next challenge now will be Kazna Crew.
I wonder what Kazna Crew took from this though. You know, like, is it anything worthwhile? Maybe having a look at the map picks and bans and saying, okay, why do we think they chose that one first? Why do we think they banned that one out? You know, is that worth something that Kazna's going to think about, or Kazna just going to do their own thing, just do their own prep? I mean, normally whenever we speak to Vetso or Hyba or anyone from Kazna Crew, they're always saying how, you know, they planned in advance for who they're going to play. But Tornado are a bit like Ding, you know, like, yeah, you get the read of them, you think you've got the read of them, then it comes to a LAN situation and they just completely step up a gear. It's almost like a different team you're playing against.
Yeah, for Kazna, I don't know. We'll see. I think they will try to counter a little bit of Tornado because their own game, I don't think, is on quite the same level, to be completely honest. So they will probably try to look at this, but Tornado is that kind of team that can just play on skill as well. We've seen it multiple times over where they just play on skill and nothing else and still make it work. So knowing their tactics is one thing, beating them is a completely different one.
So at this stage, after our second battle of day 2, we know 2 teams that sadly won't be progressing any further in the tournament. Their last battles will be, oh, they've played 2 battles, so that's them done and dusted. So Yinao, our team, one of the teams from the Chinese region, they've lost twice now. They've lost against Unique and they lost against Yato earlier on, 5-1, 5-0, unfortunately. And now, sadly, 7 Pirates, after losing to Kazna yesterday 5-1, have now lost to Tornado 5-2, which means 7 Pirates will no longer be taking any further participation in this tournament.
Yeah, baiting these IS-7s to leave the leave that cap area was actually quite interesting. It worked out well for them because as soon as they did, there was a double 113 and a bad shot waiting for them. Tornado, that was good for them. They were happy about that. Getting those isolations like here. Insect is there. The other IS-7 of Rabbit was already gone over at the same time. So if they're safe, if they're in that hold down,
and this
they
bit
can
here,
make that work.
BBQ, as he comes around the corner, immediately like bleeds like 3 shots into the face and doesn't really progress any further. I mean, here he's just trying to turn his turret, trying to get shots. There's tanks behind him. There's, you know, it just outplayed realistically completely here by Tornado.
Well,
nothing really that 7 Pirates could do.
Yeah, you're coming in top damage. I mean, 7 Pirates did much better than I expected. Let me count how many people on the analysis desk got their prediction wrong. 1, 2, oh, that's all of them actually.
Oh, 3 of them got. Do you mean just the scores or the winners?
The scores.
The scores, okay.
Because Matt, I think, said 5-0. Melan said 5-0 as well. And Annihilator was being gentle, even though he would have said 5-0 any day of the week if the other two didn't say 5-0. They're all wrong.
It's bold going for predictions. I mean, the thing is the Lobster got it right again.
Yeah, but, you know, it's the Lobster.
It's Lobster. He's playing on mines, and he usually goes for North spawn, which is the kind of easier spawn. Well, that's going to be it for me today. Daki's going to stick around, and then he's going to be joined by Mojo for the next 2 matches. But right now, we have Tonya standing by with a winner's interview, so let's listen into that.
So thank you guys. I'm here with Yulia, who will help us to translate the interview, and of course the Apple Wow. So the first question: did you expect that 7 Pirates will show such a game in this match?
Первый вопрос: ожидали ли вы, что 7 Pirates дадут вам такой бой?
Конечно, ожидали, потому что мы не любим играть свои самые сильные стратегии и карты в самом начале турнира.
Of course, we were waiting for this fact of the fight, and it was very interesting for us. So, and we are prefer to play such games in the beginning of the game.
Okay, so tell me, which region do you prefer to play against the most? Chinese region or maybe European? Which one?
С каким регионом вы хотели бы сыграть? Может быть, китайцы или что-нибудь еще?
Нашей команде очень нравится играть с азиатами, потому что они показывают очень интересные стратегии.
We would like to play with Asia team because they show very, very interesting strategy.
Some say they're interesting, some say they're strange, but it's good to hear your opinion. Most of the teams here on the tournament said in the interviews that you are, Tornado, is the strongest opponent, and they literally fear of you. What do you think about that?
Большинство участников на этом турнире считают, что Торнадо одни из самых сильных игроков и претенденты на победу. Что вы об этом думаете?
Ну да, мы очень сильные, бойтесь нас.
Of course, we are too strong. You should scare us.
That's the spirit. Thank you very much for the interview. Good luck in further matches, and over to you, Matt.
Thank you, Tonya and Apple Wow. They're near yous with us on the desk. I'm Matt Andrews, Annihilator and Myland with me as well, of course, and the world champions taking their little path off towards later stages of the tournament, as we expected. But as some caster on the desk next door who thinks we're having a fight with him reckons, well, I make predictions when we all get them wrong anyway. We did. 5-2 is how that actually turned out. But you guys had some fun along the way near you.
We're fans of world champions. Isn't you? No. Okay. Yeah, we were pretty confident when we play against 7 Pirates. Yeah. And we think that we'll win. We would win after the first match, after the first battle of the match, and since the first match during the final battle, we think that we would beat them.
Yeah. You really didn't try too hard in that game. To be fair, it's a good storyline for 7 Pirates to lead with. 5-2 on paper looks better than, we kind of said, I know you went a bit bigger on Pirates. But you gave them those rounds to a degree, didn't you? That wasn't really your most tactical, most serious match.
We think that one of our not the strength map, but we think that weak maps, for example, it's Murovanka. And we think that the best tactics we need to save and not show for the team, which we can beat in other maps, like Prokhorovka, like Ruinberg, and for example, Ghost Town. Those maps we we find the key to Ghost Town, and that's why we think not the good percent of winning in that map can. We can show something.
You mentioned just now that as far as Seven Pirates are concerned, you basically hadn't prepared for that game. You had nothing there that you were worried about as opposition.
Did you just pick like random tanks, or did you have like a tactic prepared for that match?
Especially in Muravanka, we just pick our standard tanks like SRE on defense side, for example, for me, and some other guys pick Super Conquerors because it is not an IMBA, of course, like an SRE or a Badger in your patch note.
Here's the round that had everybody on the edge of their seats as we were thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't going to go all as one-sided as we at least expected.
Yeah, after the first win of the defense side, so we would play on the attack side, and in that way we think that Nesquik can beat them, can win this battle, because this I7 Rabbit didn't see them, didn't see Nesquik, and there's the third frag of our captain. After that, he decided to penetrate of the spring, and after that period of time, he thought that we help him to. We think that he can capture their base, but
not possible.
Yeah, it was not possible.
In such a 1v1 situation, is there like the entire team talking, or you just let Nesquik play and all shut up? How does it work?
Some of our players say, "Shut up, guys," and the other team tries to, "Hey, you need to penetrate on this armor, or you need to play on this line, on this."
And some of the players are more like, "I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone." Yeah. Which were you? If you were in that situation, would you prefer everybody going, "Hey, he's over here, go right, aim for this, aim for the tracks," and would you be like, "I'm near you, I've got this"?
I've just seen in a song, like, and
that wasn't the answer I was expecting, I'm not going to lie. Singing a song, that's a lesson for you guys in your future competitive careers. More action from those rounds, so we want to see some more of that again.
Yeah, on Prokhorovka, we finally saw what we were waiting for. It's big fight in the middle, you know, a lot of focus fire, a lot of trading. You know, does Tornado like this kind of fight, or you want to play maybe slower on the proc, do some rotations, or?
As you see, the Prokhorovka, one of our strongest maps, because we know how teams with the help of different setups will play on this map, and actually played on this map. That's why we think that this control of the situations and control of the setups may be our best strength of this map. And we was in trouble when we left Nesquik in the houses. In the houses near the railways, and then the tank of the 7 Pirates.
The Badgets run reload, and you just pushed over. You had the better positions. You just had good focus fire.
And it was a wrong situation to the 7 Pilots Badgets. He decided to go to the nearest rock, and he was just a rock for us.
Yeah. Interesting to hear you say the words, "we were in trouble," because we didn't expect that before that game to have ever been the case.
Yeah, of course, but we didn't expect that 7 Pirates can do anything for us. For example, to even to destroy our tanks. It's just a joke for us, of course. But when we lost one tank, when we lost the second tank, for example, on the Runeberg on defense, when we stand 4 versus 6. It was really dangerous for us, because defense on Runeberg was
but better than attack because of the imbalance, maybe response of the tanks because of the little city on the highest line of the minimap, and that is the that is the trouble, our trouble when we left, when 7 Pirate destroyed 3 or 4 times.
But after that, we saw like the strength of Tornado. You were set up in the little city with Conquerors and the 50B behind them, and you knew you have the correct positions, and 7 Pirates with their 7s would just push into you and get absolutely destroyed. So I guess that's his Tornado that you want to see.
Yeah, one of our player, Gryphon, he's circling near the building, and there's a good position for him because we can destroy I7 that's circling near them, and there's Forge B. Which can only camp in and bad shot, which is on one shot.
To get over to Prokhorovka again, when you were defending on Prokhorovka, we see Nesquik actually on both rounds going very aggressive with the bad shot, very aggressive opening spot, and you instantly saw them. You instantly rotated, you instantly pushed the hill, and did you expect like losing a bad shot in the process, like instantly, like server dropped super fast? Or was it like something you didn't expect?
Oh, actually, we saw that. We thought that it would be rush of 7 Pirates on the 8th line, on the 8th line, 9 line, 0 line, but they just they go through the whole map and
they spread out very far and they cannot cover.
Yeah, sure, but we didn't expect that we can saw the 2 bachats on the hill and on the nearest K7 squad. There's our mistakes.
So it's interesting hearing you say we made some mistakes. We didn't expect this. We were in trouble because you very much went into that game unprepared for 7 Pirates, and we said they could possibly turn up and surprise you, and that is what they would need to do. So maybe you underestimated and didn't expect enough from 7 Pirates.
7 Pirates, it's actually a really good team in the Asian region. Yeah. And I think that these guys can maybe upgrade their tactics, upgrade their skills, and just beat the strongest guys from Asia, and can catch more rounds with the CIS region.
And to get to Ghost Town real quick, what I expected from 7 Pirates there was to play something full YOLO, like full Type 5 or full 50B, or like just because it's their only chance, you know, if they give a full budget, full 50B or something. What did you expect there? Like something standard, what they did, or how did you go into that game?
Actually, we didn't expect it that it could be really dangerous for us if they pick
the standard lineup.
Standard lineup and standard setups. But we think that Chinese region they know and study our region more. They learn our mistakes and learn our setups. They learn everything that we shown. That we had shown to in our LAN finals, in our online events, and it is maybe it is their strength.
Yeah. First win, first step on the way towards maybe the 23rd of December at WG Fest. Thanks to you, Near. Congratulations to you and Tornado.
Thank
Before
you.
I let you go, I have to ask you one thing: Ding or top tier? Next game, who wins that?
Ding.
Ding.
I think that it will be a Ding. Yeah.
Ding. Okay. Thank you, Near.
What?
We need to let you. Oh, you got more to say?
Yeah, I think that
that
top tier is one of the teams that look like a dark horse.
All right. Yeah.
And I think that they can show their best.
Let's see what can happen. Thank you, Near. We need to let you get back to your guys. Ding versus top tier is where we're going next on day 2 after